Strange Black Beats.
Sweeping up the chaos, ain't no time to lose. Evie's got the vision, sees right through the rules. August keeps it steady, cool like morning dew. Oracle whispers secrets, they always ring true. I'm leaning with the sparks setting flames to the sea. Numbers got the edge sharp and so pristine. Shout out to the clean up crew, making moves like ninjas do. Monster, bossy, breaking through. This one's for the whole dang crew. Monster cracks the pavement, fists made of steel. Bossy calls the shots, keeping it all real. Dust in the air, but we're shining through. This ain't just work, it's what we do. We rise, we grind, we own the night. No mess too big, no shadow too tight. Oh, shout out to the clean up crew, making moves like ninjas do. Monster, bossy, breaking through. This one's for the whole dang crew. Oh, oh, oh,
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach, to the beloved, mighty nation of Israel worldwide. I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the beloved CUC family. Shout out to my brother Sharshan. Big salute to Elder Barrel Walk, and also Elder Bro Tim, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. I just want to deal with a little history real quick, family. I don't know if y'all ever heard of something called the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, 1848. A treaty called Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848. Now we know, family, we've been in this truth, and we have seen the 12 tribe chart, right? And our heritage that Yah gave to us, it has been spread to various different people and cultures who don't come from the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So I want to just deal with some numbers, deal with some history, just to show y'all it's so easy, family. Our people who believe in a chart, if they would just take their time, just sit down, do their due diligence, they can see that the chart is a lie. My brother Sham last night was talking about, and people can have to stop getting offended when we talk about what the Bible talk about. When he talked about how the Most High put bluebirds with bluebirds, red birds fly with red birds, giraffes kick it with giraffes, elephants kick it with elephants, lions kick it with lions, tiger with tigers. Do y'all see anything in his kingdom when it comes to the animal world? Do y'all see them mixing, going into each other's territory, talking about, hey, let me have her? They don't do that. So if he created the creation to be like that, where he keeps everything separate, why do you get mad when we tell you that God don't want you doing that? He wants you to remain pure. But our people have went outside of his will and have done things that is forbidden. But since it had already taken place, you can't deny the babies or your family. It's just what's written. So now you got the camps giving our sisters to the Mexicans, giving our brothers to the Mexican women, giving our sisters to the Hispanics, and our brothers are taking Hispanic women, and they are having children, right? And they say, my child is an Israelite based on me, which is the father. It don't matter what the mother is. The child is still the Israelite based on me, which is the father. You have to ask yourself, is that biblical? Because the seed do go by the father, but guess what? Can your children be reckoned in a genealogy of Israel with you being the father and his mother being Hispanic? I say no, because the Bible don't support that. This is what the Bible support. Me being a man from Judah, if I get with a woman from Issachar, the inheritance is going to move to my tribe, not her tribe. That's why the Lord want a woman from Issachar to get with a man of Issachar. You raise seed up and keep the line going. If he have a son, it's going to pass down to the son. He going to get him a woman from Issachar. They going to have some children. And the Lord going to keep going to keep Issachar alive, to keep Judah line going, to keep Benjamin line going. He don't even want us mixing tribes. So if he don't even allow us to mix tribes, what make you think he wants you mixing with other people? I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. If I can't even mix tribes, because if a woman's father don't have sons and he have daughters, now the inheritance have to go to the daughters. But the daughters can only marry men from their father's tribe to keep the father's name going. Because if she get with Benjamin, it's going to move to Benjamin. Now her father won't even be remembered in Israel no more, because you got a man from a different tribe than your father. Now the inheritance is going to move to Benjamin's tribe. So when we say the seed go by the father, we talking about wrecking your children by the genealogy of the stock of Israel, not you being with a Caucasian woman. See, that law only work on those it can be worked on. But those of us who understand the third and fourth generation, that don't work on a well-studied person. When y'all keep lying, talking about, well, if I'm the father, it don't matter what woman I get with. My child still Israelite. You're lying, man. No, it ain't. So why those children in Nehemiah and Ezra time wasn't reckoned by the genealogy of Israel if it go by the father? Why they put the women away? They should have kept the children. I thought it go by the seed of the father. It don't matter who you be with, right? It just go by the seed of the father. That's not true, y'all. That's not true, fam. That's all I'm saying. But the babies are born. We don't neglect the babies. We don't neglect our family. We still love our family. You still love your children. I'm just telling y'all what's written in the book. And what he did not want to happen has already happened. What was forbidden, we don't listen. We do what we want to do, right? I want to show you this video, and this is going to segue lead into what I want to talk about. And I'm going to have to use perplexity, so I don't be messing these words up. So let me show y'all this video real quick. And then I'm going to get to where I'm trying to get to, so I can show you that the 12 tribe chart is flawed, it's incorrect, it's not accurate. And Mexican, Hispanics, Native Americans, y'all can serve the Lord. Nobody not telling you that. But we standing up for our own heritage. Since other people want to give it to you, we don't want to give it to you. Now you can be a part, but you can't claim something that don't belong to you. We're not giving our heritage to nobody. You have a culture, a heritage, a language, a land. You come from a people. So why are you camps giving our heritage away to people who don't even come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? You go into the Bible and you use Genesis 49 and you butcher the whole chapter, just lying. The Lord didn't tell you you can pinpoint directly what tribe we all come from, but y'all lied though. You talking about Puerto Ricans is Ephraim. Benjamin is the Jamaicans. Oh, Haitians is Levi. Who told you that, dog? How can you pinpoint that? How can you, with accuracy, pinpoint every tribe coming out of Israel? How? Now the tribes in Africa that oral history, they kept that all the way from the time of the Syrian captivity, coming all the way down until they went to a land where mankind never dwelt. And we know that's Canaan's land, which they call South Africa today, because nobody was dwelling in that land because Canaan went to another inheritance that didn't belong to him. So nobody was dwelling in what they call South Africa today. So who is there? A lot of Hebrew Israelites. And they can tell you what tribe they came from because they kept it, the oral history all the way down into this time. But Judah being scattered to the four corners of the earth with Benjamin and Levi, I don't know what tribe I come from. Most of us don't know what tribe we come from. That's why we don't make up lies and deceive people saying, I come from Judah. Oh, I come from Benjamin. Oh, I come from Levi. You don't know that, man. Like I said before, family, let's go ahead and handle business, man. Let's get it. Now I'm going to play this video for the beloved family, and then I'm going to come back with some historical information, but I'm going to use Perplexity to talk for me, but I'm going to ask the questions to Perplexity because I don't want to butcher the words. I want to get this right. I don't want to be messing up the words. So y'all just bear with me real quick. So let me open up this window, and this is going to segue lead to where I'm going. And the video that I'm playing it's not his fault. I don't blame him for the things that he's saying. It's not his fault. I blame the people that lied to him. And now it is seared in his mind, something that is not true, that he's making true based on interpretation of lies. It's not his fault. I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming the people that taught him this lie, but I'm not blaming him. So I want y'all to check out this video. Okay, here we go. And then I'm going to get to where I'm going. Okay, here we go, family.
Okay, and you mentioned the indigenous language of was it the Aztecs or the Mayans?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was connected to an old Hebrew,
Ancient Paleo Hebrew.
ancient. So does that mean that that language that was indigenous to what Mexico and Central America is today was a Semitic language?
Yeah. So what the schools teach you is an indoctrination. You get inducted into this indoctrination of what they want to call you, or what they tell you that you are. So, for instance, our people get called Hispanic, right? So Hispanic, not knowing what that term means, we call each other Hispanics, but that was under the Spaniard captivity. When the Spaniards came in 1492 and, raped, robbed, and pillaged, the people of Mexico, how they knew you were under that captivity was by calling you an Hispanic, how you belonged to a family of a Spaniard that took you worked on their plantation, you were given their last name, like my last name, Mayala. That comes from whatever captivity my family got taken into, and maybe we have to work on fields, whether it was picking, tobacco or whatever that family had us doing. That's what we did. Now Latino is different. Latino is under the Grecian captivity. That's if you were Latino, or how they differentiated the both of them is Latino actually meant that your bloodline dated back to a Grecian or a Greek, and people that are from down south, Guatemala, El Salvador, just South America, they're not Latino. Their dads aren't Greek. We're still of this brown race. Like they call black people or African Americans that are here now Africans, and they're not from Africa. They actually just got taken into captivity in Africa while fleeing Israel. Africans are Hamites. They're from the tribe of Ham. So they're just a different people. And that's why people in Africa don't accept the blacks that are here, the so-called blacks that are here in America.
Regurgitation is not his fault, family. He's regurgitating something he heard. Now, when y'all hear me say we don't come from Africa, I'm not saying it in the form of how the camp's saying it. If you do your due diligence and do your research, you're going to see that Israel and the continent, of what they call the continent today, is right there by each other. Israel sit on the edge of the African tectonic plate, the Arabian plate. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm saying that, I understand borders, dividers, a line that y'all have drawn in the sand. That's why when I did the video earlier, I was showing y'all, excuse me, that the Garden of Eden, it wasn't in Ham's territory. It was on to the right of Ham's territory, meaning sitting outside of the continent, which we can say is a divider of Ham's land and Shem's land. Shem had Eden in his land, Mount Zion in his land, Mount Sinai in his land. You see what I'm saying? So Israel and Africa is right there by each other. So when he say we don't come from Africa, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about the inheritance of what was given to Ham and the inheritance was given to Shem. Our land is not on what they call the continent of Ham's inheritance. That's what I'm saying. Of course, Israel, or what they call the Levant, is sit right there by Africa, what they call Africa today. It's so close to each other. That's why we was able to walk to Egypt. See what I'm saying? He not saying that. He regurgitating what the camps told him. Israel sit on the African tectonic plate, y'all, at the edge of it. That's how close it is. You know, if it's sitting on it, I mean, it's right there.
Because they say those aren't our people, you know, and you know, history, they won't teach you, you know, in my era, they taught us a little bit of Aztecs and Mayas and Incas, just a little bit, but they never tell you how our people got here. They'll never tell you, you know, we came from somewhere. They'll never tell you, you know, how we read the stars. We used a thing called cenotes, which were these ponds, reflection ponds, to read the stars. While Columbus was looking up at the stars, trying to read them, trying to find these holy people that had a blessed land that was promised to them, full of riches and rich soil and all this and that. He was looking up at the stars, and he didn't know how to use the geometry using the reflection ponds. And that's how we got here. Our real name is not Aztec, it's Issachar. That's our real name. They gave us the name Aztec because it means people of time, because we kept time in numbers. And so that's where that came from. So it's really important to know your history, you know?
Y'all heard that? Do y'all see what I'm saying now? Everything he just said was regurgitation. Them camps told him that. So what he do? He sat down just now and regurgitated everything that the camp said. That dude don't come from Issachar, y'all. That's a European, whether Hispanic or Mexican. That man is European, family. A European Spanish-speaking person. That man do not come from our stock. He is not Shemitic, Semitic. He do not have that blood of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob flowing through those veins. Hey, Elder Barawak, what is that man name? I forgot his name. High priest something. Ariah. That's who created the chart. A man by the name of Ariah. He said that the Lord came to him and showed him who the 12 tribes of Israel were. But before the Lord came to him, they was teaching all Israelites was dark-skinned people. I like to say dark-skinned people. I'm not going to say brown people, because then the Mexicans going to say, I'm brown. Everybody going to say, I'm brown too. Israel is a very dark-skinned people, come in different shades of ruddy, meaning different shades of colors. So I got to say dark skin, because then if I start using all them other colors, everybody going to jump on the bandwagon. So the man by the name of Ariah, they created the chart. He started adding Mexicans to the chart, Hispanics to the chart, Native Americans to the chart. Now, when we say Native Americans, we got to be careful. Because I understand you got them indigenous Native Americans, not the ones that look like Mexicans and Asians. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that look just like me and you. So do y'all see that this guy, which is not his fault, he regurgitate what he was told. And if you keep telling somebody something over and over and over again, y'all know they gonna believe it, fam. They gonna believe it, especially if it come with blessings, especially if it means you great in the eyesight of what God created you to be. Of course, they gonna jump on the bandwagon. Who wouldn't jump on the bandwagon? So what we got? Everybody jumping on the bandwagon. I want to be an Israelite. This is why I keep telling y'all, I don't put no stock into me being an Israelite. Everybody want to be an Israelite. And they don't even understand being an Israelite is not the main factor of this awakening. Yahshua HaMashiach and worshiping the Most High Yah in spirit and in truth is the main factor of this awakening. You Mexicans and Hispanics and all you other people, y'all so worried about calling yourself Israelites or Israel or who the chosen is. Man, you better find out who Yahshua is. You better find out who the Most High is. You better find what his will is. While you worrying about who Israel is, yes, Israel is very important, but not important to where you start worshiping your nationality, though. To where you make that the main factor of this awakening. That's not the main factor, man. The main factor is Christ, the blood, the atonement. Where you going when you die? You see what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a Hebrew, but I'm more of a follower of the Hamashiach more than a Hebrew Israelite. Because if I wasn't a Hebrew Israelite, I still want to follow Christ and know who he is. Because that's the way I was brought up. So before my mama told me I was a Hebrew, I still was worshiping the Lord. I just was ignorant of his divine order, and I didn't have the understanding to know how to worship him in spirit and in truth. But my heart and my mind was set on him, though. And I didn't know I was a Hebrew. So it's all about where your mind is, where your heart is, and are you willing to obey? Hebrew or not? So let's go ahead and get to this. So y'all heard what he said. Now I want to show y'all some documentation, but I got to use perplexity because I don't want to butcher words. Y'all know I'm country. Y'all know I'm country. So let's do this real quick. Let me go to perplexity, and we're going to handle business. Okay. So I already got it on cue. Let's go ahead and get it. Let me see. All right.
No problem. Just let me know whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir.
I'm here whenever you need me.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Just let me know if you need anything.
I got it too.
Great to hear. I'm here.
Great to hear too.
Glad to hear it. I'm here if you.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it too.
I'm glad to hear that. Feel free to reach out anytime.
Yeah. Me too. Now let me stop.
All good. I'm here if you need anything else. I'm here whenever you're ready.
I'm just messing with them, y'all.
No worries. Glad to play along. If you need anything real, just let me know.
All right, let's get to it.
Sure thing. What would you like to dive into?
Isn't it true? Now, I want to say, is it true? Because I didn't already did my due diligence. So I need you to help me out.
Absolutely. Just tell me what you need help with.
With the Guadalupe Hidalgo of 1848. Break that down for me.
The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended the Mexican-American War in 1848. Mexico gave the U.S. about 55% of its territory, including California, Nevada, Utah, most of Arizona, and parts of New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming, in exchange for $15 million, and the Rio Grande became the border with Texas. It also guaranteed citizenship to Mexicans who stayed in those ceded lands.
Where did the Mexicans get all this land from that they had to give and secede to the United States of America?
Mexico had acquired that land while it was part of the Spanish colony of New Spain for centuries. When Mexico gained independence in 1821, it inherited those territories. They remained part of Mexico until the Mexican-American War, after which the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo forced Mexico to cede about 55% of that territory to the United States.
So isn't it true that Mexicans also control California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Mexico, parts of Colorado, Wyoming, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Isn't this true?
Yes, before 1848, those areas were part of Mexico. Mexico controlled them after independence from Spain and then ceded them to the United States in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
Now, I just muted him, family, before I get back to talking to him. Guess what? I thought Mexicans were slaves. How they controlling all this land, family? Y'all see this? How did Mexicans control all this territory when they supposed to be the tail and not the head? Now watch what I'm about to ask them now. Let's get back to it. Are you there?
I'm here and ready to help with anything else you need.
Okay. Let's get it.
Sure thing. Just let me know what you'd like to get into next.
Man, can you say already?
Already. Glad that worked for you.
All right. I also want to ask you, isn't it true that Mexicans under the U.S. law was free as U.S. citizens way before 1865? Isn't it true?
Mexicans living in the territories ceded to the U.S. in 1848 were offered American citizenship, but rights and freedoms varied, and many faced discrimination and loss of property. The concept of full citizenship rights for all wasn't consistent.
No, I say, isn't it true that while we were still in slavery, Mexicans under the U.S. law was free?
After the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848, Mexicans living in the territories ceded to the U.S. were offered U.S. citizenship with full civil rights. However, the reality of how those rights were honored varied, and discrimination persisted. This was still before the end of slavery in the U.S. in 1865.
Did y'all just hear that? So while we were still in captivity before 1865, Mexicans wasn't in captivity, y'all. That's what he's telling you. So how we in captivity, but they wasn't in captivity? Come on, y'all, make it make sense, man. I thought we came over here together, y'all. I thought we came over here together. Hold on, we ain't done. Watch this. We are not done, family. Are you ready?
I'm ready. What else do you need?
Now, I want to ask you this.
Sure.
Isn't it true that Mexico independent, I think it was around about 1821? So from 1821 to about 1865, that's about 44 years overlapping, right?
Yes, that's about 44 years between Mexico's independence in 1821 and the end of slavery in the U.S. in 1865.
So did not Mexicans also abolish slavery around 1829, somewhere around there?
Yes, Mexico formally abolished slavery in 1829 under President Vicente Guerrero, though Texas, then part of Mexico, resisted fully implementing it. This abolition took place decades before the U.S. ended slavery.
How do Mexicans got the power to end slavery, y'all, in Mexico? I thought the Bible said we were going to be the tail and not the head. You mean to tell me Mexicans had this type of power to control all these different lands, and Mexicans had the power to abolish slavery? Mexicans had the power to make deals with the United States of America, which they got the raw end of the deal, which they had to secede a lot of their lands. Watch this right here, though. Isn't it true that once the United States of America and also Mexico under the Guadalupe Hidalgo, 1848, when they got their independence from Spain, isn't it true that under the census, they also had to classify themselves as white?
The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848 granted Mexicans living in the newly annexed U.S. territories automatic citizenship at a time when U.S. law allowed only white persons to naturalize. Legally, this meant they were classified as white for citizenship purposes, though in practice they often faced discrimination and were not treated as white socially.
Now, my question to the family, me and you couldn't classify ourselves as white on no documentation unless we fit the part, right? Me and you in the chat and the rest of our brothers and sisters worldwide, the way me and you look, I couldn't put white on no census or documentation. I may have to put Black American, which on one of my applications I put Israelite. When they say ethnicity, I say Hebrew Israelite. But y'all see what I'm saying though? Mexicans got to classify themselves as white. So that means you got to fit the part or look the part to even classify yourself as white. How they Israelites, y'all? This go for Hispanics too. How are they Israelites? He just told you 1821, 44 years overlapped to 1865. They was walking around while you were still in captivity until 1865, which we know, according to prophecy, we ain't getting out of captivity until Yahshua come and gather us from the four corners of the earth. I'm asking y'all, my beloved Israelite family, all you have to do is do a little due diligence, and you're going to find out who these people are. These are not the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, family. Mexicans have a culture. Watch this right here. What is the culture of Mexicans?
Mexican culture is a blend of indigenous roots and Spanish colonial influence, known for its vibrant festivals like Day of the Dead, strong family values, and a predominantly Roman Catholic faith. It's reflected in world-renowned foods like tacos and mole, music like mariachi, traditional dances, and a welcoming spirit summed up by the phrase, "My house is your house."
What is the language of Mexicans? Is it Semitic?
Most Mexicans speak Spanish, which belongs to the Indo-European language family,
Hold
specifically.
on, whoa. Say that one more time.
Sure, the main language spoken in Mexico is Spanish, which is part of the Romance branch of the Indo-European language family, not Semitic. Spanish is the main language in Mexico, and it comes from the Romance language family, not Semitic. There are also many recognized indigenous languages spoken across the country.
Do Mexicans have any ties to the people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?
Mexicans come from a blend of indigenous peoples and Spanish heritage, with other influences as well. There isn't a direct cultural tie to the biblical lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, though Mexico has a small Jewish community. Historic and religious traditions there are mostly indigenous and Catholic.
Okay, give me a little bit about the Afro-Mexicans that live in Mexico. Give me a little bit about the Afro-Mexicans.
Afro-Mexicans are people of African descent in Mexico, making up about 2% of the population according to the 2020 census. They are mainly concentrated in states like Guerrero, Oaxaca, and Veracruz, and their heritage traces back to Africans brought during the colonial era, as well as more recent immigrants. They face ongoing challenges with recognition, socioeconomic inequality, and discrimination, but they are recognized as an important part of Mexico's cultural heritage.
So why they don't got these Israelites? Because these are your brothers, the ones that's facing discrimination, poverty. Them the Israelites. But they don't got them on the chart though. They got European Mexicans on the chart. European Hispanics on the chart. Native Americans that don't come from this stock. Now let me show y'all something. I got off of perplexity. I got off of him. Because he didn't already gave y'all the facts. 44 years overlap from the time in 1821 to 1865. They was walking around while you was still considered a slave. That's 44 years from the time that 1865 came. So I thought they was in captivity with you. Now let me show y'all this. Let me get out of here. I want to show the beloved family this. Okay, here we go. Let me show y'all this. And this is going to make all the sense in the world, family. Let me show you what they don't like to show us. But we're going to see it today. They don't like to show us this. But we're going to see it today. Okay, here we go. Let me open up the window real quick. And I want y'all to see this. These are our brothers and sisters that I'm about to show y'all. Okay, here we go. Okay, Elder Barrel Walk. Love you with the pure heart, Elder. Now, let me show y'all this. Look at these sisters, man. Why is she not on the chart? They don't talk about them. This is an Afro-Mexican. That look like a regular black woman to me. That look like a regular sister to KJ.
Todas las danzas son del noroeste de África. Nosotros elegimos esa región porque nos dimos cuenta a través del internet que los esclavos que fueron extraídos de allá llegaron hasta acá, a nuestro pueblo, a Collantes, y entonces empezamos a indagar y retomamos esas danzas.
Now show me what Mexicans be doing dances like this right here. Mexicans don't do these type of dances that they doing. Mexican music goes da 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 da. Mexicans got the same rhythm that European Caucasian people have. They ain't got no rhythm like no Negro. She doing dances that date back to the ancient times. Come on now. Make this make sense. But you camps, you don't want to deal with the real Israelites because you offended that we say all Israelites are Negro. You get offended by that because you want them women. You want them women. That's why you respectful to those women and disrespectful to God's daughters of Zion. I ain't never heard one camp talk crazy to no Hispanic, no Mexican, and no Native American. When they walk up, they are extra respectful. But when the black woman walk up, they are extra disrespectful. That look like a Negro woman. Hold on, what time? Look at this woman. Come on now. Come on now. If she wasn't in Mexico and she was in the United States, she'd talk just like us and be one of us. But they don't show them though. Okay, let me get out of here right quick. I want to show y'all something else. Hold on. We ain't done. Watch this. KJ ain't done. Now this video right here gonna bless y'all soul right here. Look at these beautiful sisters, man. Look at these beautiful sisters. Uh-oh, here you go. Oh, this gonna bless y'all soul right here. Big boy Jake, salute my brother. I love you with that pure heart, boy. That's my brother right there, man. All right, here we go, y'all. Check this out.
Death opens a new. I'm Anne-Marie Green with a look beyond this morning's headlines. Fidel Castro's death opens a new and uncertain chapter in Cuba's history, and Afro-Cubans hope it means a change for the better in the island's racial divide. That story from Don Champion.
I need this. Inside this Miami cigar shop, twins Yvette and Yvonne Rodriguez stand out.
We didn't come out this way for nothing, you know what I mean?
Why they ain't on the chart? These are Afro-Cubans. Look at the afro. They look like us. They ain't on the chart though. J-Lo on the chart. Mark Anthony on the chart. George Lopez on the chart. European, Mexicans, Hispanics, Native Americans, they on the chart, but not the real beautiful sisters and brothers like this. Afro-Cubans with them afros like me and you. Knowledge. Why they on the chart? I don't see none of the people that look like this in the majority of that make up all the camps. Because once you get from Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, everybody else on the chart is European Caucasian. Okay, Judah, you making stuff up. No, I'm not. Go look at the 12 tribe chart and look who they say is Mexican. Issachar, Simeon, Panama. Go look at all them European Caucasian people that they say come from these different various places that they put on the 12 tribe chart. But they don't got these sisters on there. They don't got them Afro-Mexicans on there. They don't got them Afro-Puerto Ricans on there. They don't got them Afro-Guatemalans on there, Afro-Panamanians. They don't got them Afro-Uruguayans. Our people are still on this earth. I'm talking about look like me and you, and the 12 tribe chart has lied to our nation and have divided this nation and causing our brothers and sisters to commit sin. Come on now. We got to keep it real today. If we going to keep it real, let's keep it real.
Born to Black Cuban exiles, they were raised in Miami, a predominantly white Cuban community.
It's almost like a test to be like, how Cuban are you? But you're black, but how Cuban are you? But you speak Spanish, speak Spanish.
Feeling underrepresented, they created a cigar line called Tres Lindas Cubanas. The three blends.
That's our strong, full-body cigar. We call her La Negrita. And that's like a dark-skinned woman.
Celebrate the races of Cuba.
We come in all different shades.
The twins say equality must be a focus as Cuba now moves into a post-Castro era.
We're in limbo because we're not sure if anything's going to change.
Today, blacks in Cuba live in the poorest communities. Many could not escape.
You heard that, you camps? Where do the blacks live? In the poorest communities. Where do we live in America? In the poorest communities. What about our Israelite brothers and sisters on the continent? In the poorest communities. What about my brothers and sisters in Europe? In the poorest communities. Make this make sense, man. You're going to know Israel by the status of Israel. You're going to know Israel by the condition of Israel. Them Latinos that are European, they despise the blacks in Latin America. That's why you don't never see them. They hide them because they want European Caucasian looks to be the status of Latin America. But you're European. You don't come from no stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we here to set the record straight and tell you that your camp's been lying to you. Not all of them, because some of them are Negro only. And they get offended when we say Negro only. They get offended, y'all. Oh, you basing this off of skin color. Well, you call a white man the devil based on his skin color, partner. But I see some black devils, Asian devils, Arab devils. But you don't base the white man. You say the white devil. That's your skin color, right? But you tell us don't base Israel off of skin color, but you base the white man as the devil based on his skin color. Nigga, make it make sense, nigga.
Fidel Castro's regime. The majority of Cuban exiles are white, and since people in Cuba often rely on family abroad for help, many Afro-Cubans don't have lifelines. Historian Jose Perez says Afro-Cubans also haven't benefited from recent economic reforms because of blatant racism and exclusion.
Because a lot of the same social practices, a lot of the same institutions that we see in Georgia, Mississippi, or certainly South Carolina, Louisiana, have very strong parallels to what we see in the Caribbean. And that's important in terms of identity and a color caste system.
It's a complex reality the Rodriguez twins are determined to improve.
We are creating a platform for maybe to build an organization.
And explain one cigar at a time. Don Champion, CBS News.
Okay, I got one more for y'all. Hold on. We ain't done. Excuse me. We ain't done. Hold up. Oh, no, we ain't done. We're going to keep going. Let me get one more. I want y'all to see this one. Y'all see this, though, huh? Y'all heard what they going through, huh? They going through the same thing we go through. They going through the same thing we go through as a people. But it's not highlighted, family. Why is not highlighted? Why is not highlighted? Okay, here go the other video I want to show y'all. Now look at what our people going through here. Look at what our people going through here. Now remember, we come in different shades of different colors. That's why when we use the word ruddy, ruddy doesn't mean light skin. Ruddy is a undertone in your skin that show like that redness, the blush. That's what the Lord is when he say David was ruddy, doesn't mean David was light skinned. The Lord is talking about the reddish undertone in our complexion. Now, when you look at black people, look at us in the sun. We all have that reddish undertone in our skin. You can see it. That's why it shines. It looks beautiful. Let's get it.
With a white guy, because you have to perfect the race. Oh, your hair, like, qué pelo malo. Ay, para ser una negra eres bastante linda. Oye, pero qué negra fina. That's what it's like.
As an Afro-Latino, I've experienced all forms of racism. I've experienced racism that is very covert and passive.
Let me go back. The brother is ruddy. Look at his complexion. Look at the reddish undertone in his skin. That's what the Lord is referring to when he say we are ruddy. The brother is dark-skinned, but look closely. He has a reddish undertone in his complexion. Watch the sister. Same thing. Look. Reddish undertone in her complexion. She's not as dark as the brother. But what do you see? She's ruddy. Look at that hair, boy. Look at that beautiful hair, man. These are our brothers and sisters, family. These are our people. The ones going through racism. The one that got to go through the caste system of, you know, you ain't white enough. You too black. Don't we go through that in America? They going through the same thing. Don't we go through poverty in America? They going through the same thing. Don't we go through racism in America? They going through the same thing. Make it make sense, fam. Make it make sense.
Solicitar trabajo. Una de las cosas que te miran es el pelo. Te dicen que te tienes que peinar, pero ahora mismo ya estoy peinada.
I've also experienced direct racism, been called racial slurs. I've been told, why do I live in a certain neighborhood?
Cuando te dicen, ¿verdad?, que eres feo por no tener unas características semejantes a las características europeas, a las características blancas.
There's also a problem about colorism. It's people of the same race with different skin colors, and they don't recognize their own privilege.
A lot of white Latinos, they say, oh, how can I be racist? I have black in me. They say, oh, how can I be white Latinos?
Their own privilege.
A lot of white Latinos.
Their own privilege.
A lot of white Latinos, they say, oh, how can I be racist? I have black in me. Oh, my great granddaddy is black. But yes, you.
Your great granddaddy ain't black. Always trying to take something that my granddaddy black. My great-great-grand. Well, why are you European then, goofball? Because according to y'all, who like to say this, well, you black people got white in you because y'all been raped and pillaged. So why my skin dark then? Why my hair woolly then? Should not be looking like a mulatto? According to you, right? Don't you know the third and fourth generation, you can clean your blood and get all them impurities out of you? And be refined? And be a certified 100%? Well, nothing is 100%. I'll say 99.9 pedigree. Negro. Because last time I checked, my daddy looked like his daddy. And guess what? They Negro. My mama, a Negro. What KJ look like? I'm straight Negro. My 6 sisters, Negro. Our daddy is a Negro. Our mama is a Negro. And our lineage, my grandmother is a Negro. My mama was a Negro. And her mama was a Negro. What you talking about, man? Everybody wasn't raped during slavery. And guess what? Those slave women, because they didn't want that white blood in them, they made their sons and their daughters get with a Negro. Guess what they was trying to do, goofball? Clean that blood out of them, because they didn't like that white blood in their system. So a lot of our mothers and our sisters, God gonna spare them, because they can't control what happened to them. They were violated. But you making your decisions based on a lie. Oh, she Issachar, so I can marry her and we're gonna have some kids. Boy, you didn't mess your bloodline up, goofball, based on a lie. Your kids ain't gonna be reckoned by genealogy in the nation of Israel. That's not an Israelite baby. That's not an Israelite baby, boy. Where it go by me, I'm the daddy, I'm the seed of the father. Yeah, but that baby can't be reckoned by genealogy in the stock of Israel because the mama is not an Israelite, goofball. You see how you see how they manipulated your mind? They made you believe it don't matter what woman you get with, your child still is. They lied to you, boy. Because even the daughters of Zelophehad had to marry somebody within their father's tribe in order for the inheritance to keep going. So how you getting with a Caucasian woman gonna make your child an Israelite? Or a Latin woman that's European gonna make your child boy, your child not no Israelite, boy. You've been deceived, homeboy. You've been deceived, partner. Now, do y'all understand why the Lord forbidden us to do this? Because he knew what it was going to cause. It's called confusion. It's called confusion, fam. I love all my biracial cousins. I love them. It ain't their fault the way they were born into the world. I'm talking about these my first cousins, too. A lot of biracial family members in my family. Because my mama's sister children, they had, got with people, and had some biracial children. We love them. But I'm telling you what the books say. God didn't want this to be because it caused confusion in your babies. That's why when we was in Israel, he said, Judah, stick with Judah. Benjamin, stick with Benjamin. Simeon, stick with Simeon. Levi with Levi. Asher with Asher. Gad with Gad. He never let us mix tribes, family. He don't let nothing in his creation mix. Have y'all ever considered the fact that Yah in his creation, he don't mix nothing. Not clothes, not seeds, not animals. Nothing. Guess who the only people that like to go outside of his will? Human beings. Human beings. Let's go and finish this.
Can be racist just because you use that excuse does not cover up the fact you are a white person and you have privilege over Black Latinos.
I definitely have felt the privilege of being white passing. I don't think I realized it when I was a kid. From probably the day that I was born, people commented on que blanquita, que pelo tan lindo, que pelo tan lacio, you know, all of these things about my appearance. And it wasn't until later on that I noticed, wow, this is actually something that is rooted in colorism and something that is rooted in racism. And, you know, something that might sound nice to me is actually perpetuating a system that oppresses others.
And my cousins and I would have conversations how if we had kids, how nice it would be if they turned out like our father's side of the family, which is lighter skin with green or blue eyes. And it's embarrassing for me to think of that now. But
where is the woolly hair? These are Europeans. These are not the people in the beginning of the video. The brother, the other sister, the other sister. These are different people than those that the 12 tribes chart is going to tell you who are the true descendants and the stock of Israel. They're going to put them on the chart. They're going to show you. They're going to show them when they show images. They are not going to show you what I just showed you. They're not going to show you the Afro-Mexicans. They are not going to show you the Afro-Latinos in Cuba, Puerto Rico, Venezuela. Did you know that we have Afro-Venezuelans? We have a small percentage of our people in every place on this earth, whether they speak Spanish, French, it don't matter. The Lord's word stands true. This woman right here, this is what the camps are going to tell you. She come from Ephraim. They're going to just look at her and say, where you from? She's going to say, I'm from Puerto Rico. They're going to say, yep, you come from Ephraim. But if that black woman walk up to him, they're going to probably tell her she's a Hamite. Because that's what they do. They just look at you and go, Hamite. Now, we know a Hamite when we look at them. Now, let's keep it real. But a lot of these people they call Hamites, they can be from the stock of Israel. But they want everybody to look like this. They want the 10 tribes to look like this. They don't want all Israel to be what God say all Israel is, which is a Negro people. A melanated nation of people come in different shades of ruddy, from your light skin all the way to your darkest. They don't want the 12 tribes of Israel to be Negro. Why y'all think they fight so hard against it? But they gonna tell the Mexicans, they us. They gonna tell the European Puerto Ricans, they us. They gonna tell the European Cubans, they us. They gonna tell the white Hispanics, they us. Giving our stuff away, y'all. Something that don't belong to them. It belongs to us.
that is what was taught to us since we were little. And it wasn't until I grew up and I understood just how damaging that kind of thinking is. In order to fix this, in order to have a positive impact, we have to recognize our own racism. We have to recognize that the things that we grew up hearing about European features being superior to African features, that is wrong, and that we have to stop that rhetoric and change it for one that is true, that is positive, and that elevates the Black Latinos among us.
I feel like this just has to be said. Just because you have experienced racism or discrimination does not mean that you are not racist.
What I have learned from listening to our Black brothers and sisters within the Latino community is that if you as a Latino, Latina, Latinx have felt discriminated against at some point, multiply that by 3, 5, 10. And that is what their experience has been like.
Not only that, but the fact that we have been discriminated against ourselves shouldn't be an excuse to not be an ally or to not have.
Yeah, you sound stupid. That's that European Caucasian mentality right there. That's why I don't talk to Caucasians. Y'all think I'm joking. I don't waste my time because they don't think. They don't have the capacity to use common sense. Look at what the other woman just said, and look at what she just came back and said. If you're not going through what the Afro-Latinos are going through that live among you, Why would they be an ally to you when you don't go through what they go through? They're going to be an ally to themselves, goofball. Talking about that's not no excuse. If you ain't facing the challenges that they facing, who is you to tell them what to fight for? Goofy girl. That's why I be telling Europeans, shut your mouth if you ain't never went through what your Black Americans been through. Learn how to listen to your Black Americans, because they going to tell you what the real is and how society works while you sitting up here in la-la land believing in this so-called American dream that's crumbling before your eyes, goofball. You don't have the capacity to tell somebody what to fight for, what not to fight for, who to be an ally to, who not to be an ally to. You're a European, Caucasian, Latino. I advise you to be quiet in the classroom. You don't tell nobody what to fight for and who to be an ally to. You ain't going through no discrimination, girl. You're a European. Everything benefits you in society. But you going to tell somebody what to fight for when the other woman just told you. You got to understand where they coming from, what they going through, what the challenges are. Nah, but that's still not an excuse not to be an ally. You sound like what they were just telling us over here, these Mexicans and Hispanics. Talking about the Black Americans need to come out there and help fight. You done lost your mind, goofball. I would never fight for another race of people. That's stupid. What I'm going to do that for? You ain't my ally. Now all of a sudden, the tables didn't turn. Now you going through what Black Americans been, and you ain't really going through nothing. You're going through just a little bit of challenges. Now you want us to be an ally to you when you ain't never been an ally to us. Talking about y'all was helping get us out of slavery. Is you retarded? Nobody helped us when our ancestors was fighting for civil rights, fighting for economic power, treated as a second-class citizen. So you Mexican Europeans, you Hispanic Europeans, you Latin Europeans, I advise you to shut your mouth in the classroom. Don't even raise your hand to speak. It's just time for you to listen. What you talking about, girl?
These conversations, in fact, it should be the opposite. It should be it puts us in an even more unique position to be able to empathize at a certain level, not at the same magnitude, but at a certain level, and take that empathy and take those experiences to further amplify the voices of Black Latinx brothers and sisters in our communities.
Nuestra rabia no es en vano. Aquí yo llegué porque mis ancestros llegaron esclavos, llegaron metidos en un barco.
Seguimos viendo cómo nosotras
Look at the screen. Her ancestors came on the slave boats. Not your Europeans. Her ancestors came on the slave boat. She knows that history. That's why she said it. Got here as slaves on the boat. This my sister, man. That's my brother who was just talking. That's my sister who had the crinkle hair. These my people, man. That's why you always hear me say to the Israelites worldwide, even though there's a war going on with the Black Americans and the Haitians and the Caribbeans, and guess what? I'm here to do what y'all told me to do. Gather my people, man, and bring them back to me. So I ain't getting into the battle with the Haitian Israelites, who I know is in Haiti, with the Jamaican Israelites I know in Jamaica, with the Caribbean Israelites, because we got them over there too. I ain't here to do that. You can be foolish all you want online. I'm here to gather those who want to be gathered back to the Lord, because our people scattered everywhere. And we still brothers and sisters. So at the end of the day, y'all who disrespectful and doing all that, hey, you do what you do. I'm not doing it. Because I know I'm staying according to protocol and the mission and what I've been called to do. And that's teach the truth to the 12 tribes of Israel and guide them back to Yah. Elder Bro Tim, Elder Beryl Walk, that's our job. My brother Timothy Jacobs, with the research he do, that's our job. Bring the children back. These are my sisters and brothers right here. These are the people that I speak up for. The disenfranchised, the less fortunate. You know, the people that's castrated all over the world based on how we look, based on who we are. because everybody have interpreted for us who we are. But we ain't going for that no more. Y'all then already gave the interpretation of who we are. So we don't let nobody define us based on their interpretation. I go by what y'all say, what Yahshua say. And guess what he said? I made you above all people. Moses said there's none like the people of Israel. He said, what people is like your people, Lord? Nobody. Nobody. So throw the 12 tribe chart in the trash can. Burn it with fire. Use it for nothing. Y'all heard that? Don't even use it for nothing. Just throw it away. Burn it. Light it on fire. Stomp on it. The same way we'll do white Jesus. My sister said we came over here on a slave boat.
Llegaron metidos en un barco.
Seguimos viendo cómo nosotras, las negras y los negros, no estamos representados en espacios de poder, como el gobierno, como los medios de comunicación y otros espacios que son muy importantes para la dignidad de nosotros como pueblo afrodescendiente.
We should all just stop and help each other out so that these things can stop, these killings and this, all of these injustices that we go through. Just stop.
Y'all see the agony on her face? Because when you have been through something for so long, family, not only do it traumatize you, not only do it makes you numb, but the same things we face in America, all 12 tribes of Israel face. You see what I'm saying? Because we one people. And it don't matter where we at. We're going to go through the same thing, family. Discrimination, racism, lack of opportunity, all that. It's going to be the same thing across the board. So that's why I say, why would I fight for other people when we should just be fighting for our people? Because they have a people to fight for them. What I'm going to fight for you for? That's just like America telling me to join the military and go to war and go fight people that ain't never done nothing to me. But you live in America. Now, partner, I was brought to America. My ancestors was brought to America. And that's how I live in America. Get it right. Don't act like I came over here on my own free will, goofy.
Responsibilities that white Latinos have in combating that racism are very clear. One, silence is very loud. Be an advocate. Don't be afraid to be caught in uncomfortable situations, even when those uncomfortable situations confront you at your dinner table.
Para nosotros es importante que ustedes sean nuestros aliados, sean nuestras aliadas, y particularmente porque somos latinos. Y como bien decimos, hay una mezcla de tres razas. ¿Por qué invalidarnos? ¿Por qué invisibilizarnos? ¿Y por qué negar que existimos y que estamos aquí y que valemos?
There y'all go, family. I want to show you this now, and then this will be last. So y'all see our brothers and sisters? Do you see the beauty in our people? Do you see the beauty in our Haitian brothers and sisters? Do you see the beauty in our Jamaican brothers and sisters? Do you see the beauty in our Caribbean brothers and sisters? Do you see the beauty in our brothers and sisters in the UK, all throughout Europe, scattered all throughout Europe? Because remember, there's a small Israelite population in every place under the sun. So that's why I'll be telling people, I say to the Israelites worldwide, I'm talking to my brothers and sisters, wherever they scattered at, it don't matter. And I want to show y'all something. I'm finna ask Perplexity this question so I can show you that a lot of people that's in Haiti, stop thinking that a lot of those people are Israelites who are being disrespectful online. A lot of them people are Hamites. Did y'all know that Hamites fled to Haiti? Y'all remember when they showed them living by that site dump, that dump site, eating mud cookies? Come on, family. Our God is a merciful God. He wouldn't put his people in that type of condition. Come on now. Them Hamites. Them Hamites. The Israelites are over there in Haiti, just like the Israelites here in America. Well, among who? Hamites. You got Hamites in Europe, but you got a lot of Israelites. That's all I'm trying to say. You got Hamites in Caribbeans. Guess what? You got Israelites over there too. So if y'all go do a little research, you're gonna find out that the United States of America, and I heard this Caucasian man say this, he say the United States of America brought the Nigerians and various African peoples to come over here and replace Black Americans because they didn't want to hire Black Americans, so they brought the Africans over here. The same thing in Haiti, in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in Europe. Same thing, y'all. A lot of Hamites are here to replace us as a people. But what America don't understand, you can bring whoever you want to bring over here. Because while you focus on people replacing us, our mind is focused on getting up out of here and getting ready to go home. So you can have this place, goofball. Our mind is focused on going back to our land. Your mind is focused on coming over here trying to replace somebody. Come on now. To all my brothers and sisters of the diaspora, K. Judah say big salute, baby. To my brothers and sisters on the continent. Everybody on the continent not a Hamite. There's a lot of Israelites. How you know that, K. Judah? Because if you go to South Africa, which was really supposed to be Canaan land, he didn't go to his land. So guess who dwelling in that land? A lot of Hebrew Israelites. Central Africa, South Africa, East Africa, West Africa, North Africa. We scattered everywhere. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody not a Hamite. A lot of our brothers and sisters are Hebrew Israelites. So let me show y'all something else. Hold on. Let me get my mind back right because I was about to ask something. Hold up. Let me see what I was about to ask. About to ask perplexity something. Let me get my thoughts together. Dang. I was about to ask perplexity something. Dang, it slipped my mind. See, they ain't gonna tell me the truth if I ask, was Africans brought over here to replace Black Americans? It ain't gonna tell the truth. That's why y'all always hear me say, isn't it true? Isn't it true? Because I didn't already did my due diligence. So when I say, isn't it true? If it's documented, he got to say what it is because it's documented. I can go look it up. So that's why y'all always hear me say, isn't it true? So like I said before, family, the 12 tribes of Israel are Negro. Wherever we scattered it, still Negro. Watch this right here, though. Here you go. Let me see. Let me open up the window. I want to show y'all this. I want to show y'all this big old lie. It's the biggest lie in this awakening. And it has caused a lot of people to stumble and a lot of people to be deceived. Here we go. This right here. Look at this, y'all. Come on now. Look at this. Let me bring this in close. 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, Black Americans. Benjamin, West Indian Blacks. Levi, the Haitians. Now watch this, though. After I stop at Levi, you can go get any images that you want. And if you put the Ephraim to the Puerto Ricans, they're going to be European. If you put Manasseh as the Cubans, they're going to be European. If you put Simeon as Dominicans, they're going to be European Dominicans. If you put Zebulun as Guatemala to Panama, the Mayans, they're going to be European. If you put Gad, which is the Native American Indians, they look like Asians, they're going to be European. If you put Asher, Colombians to Uruguay, Incas, European. Issachar is the Mexicans, European. And Naphtali is Argentina to Chile, European. So how you got 3 tribes Black and everybody else is a European? Can somebody explain this to KJ? Hold on, go back up, KJ. If I stop at Levi, that's only 3 Black tribes. What they consider Black, right? Black Americans. Well, Black Americans is Judah, which is Black Americans. Then Benjamin, That's the West Indian blacks, who they called what, the Jamaicans, right? Levi, the Haitians. Now everybody else, European, y'all. Y'all see how stupid this chart is? So everybody else is European, but only 3 tribes got melanin. Make this make sense, man. Make this make sense, man. Look at this right here, y'all. I'm going to just leave this on the screen for y'all. I'm going to leave this on the screen for y'all. Look at this. I'm going to let y'all read this. I'll be right back. I'm going to let y'all read it. I'll be right back. I'm back, family. Y'all see this on the screen? Y'all see this? What are Mexicans descended from? In general, Mexicans have both European and Amerindian ancestry. You European, boy. You and your woman. European and Amerindian. That's what you are. There y'all go. You European, boy. You say, why do people keep saying that they are? Because they want them women. They want them women, man. They want them women. They want them children to have that, what they like to call that good hair. They don't want them babies with that woolly hair. Go look at the tribes and look at the pictures when they keeping the Passover. Look at all them mulatto babies. Now remember, I'm only speaking truth. I don't got nothing against the babies. I'm telling you, because you asked me why they doing it. They want them women, man. Because they say that the Black American woman is not like the Latin woman. Man, a woman is a woman. You okay? A woman is a woman. If you're a sorry man, she gonna still get angry. I don't care if she white, black, Asian, Indian. It don't matter. If you're sorry, you're sorry. And if you handling business, you're gonna handle business. Your woman is gonna love you based on the protection you can provide and how you lead the family. It don't go by no skin color or what a woman if she call you sorry, boy. Last time I checked, When you look at the child support poster, man, they got all races of men on there that women consider sorry. But guess what? Not all them men sorry. Some women just do stuff out of spite. You got some men handle business and take care of their babies. And guess what? It could be a Latin woman. It could be some black women. It can be a Mexican woman. It could be any woman. They'll put a nigga on child support because he don't want it no more. All women do that. So when y'all start talking about what a Latin woman is better than a black woman, ain't nobody better than no black woman, boy. Nobody. All our sisters don't act like that. Got a lot of respect for sisters out here handling business. But you gonna say the Latin woman better than them? No, you lying. You lying. You just want them women. You want to have babies and children with them women because you despise the black woman. Most of y'all, you mad at your mama for something that happened in your childhood. You ain't let it go yet. Now you mad at your mama. You mad at your mama. Now you angry at all black women. You don't want no black children because something your mama did to you. She ain't show you enough love. Look, man. Whatever you got going on with your mama, you a grown man, man. That don't mean you're supposed to despise your mama and then start despising your sisters. I'm talking about for the Negroes who do this. A lot of my brothers don't do this. We love the black woman. We love our sisters. Now, some of our sisters who out here acting ratchet and crazy, I don't involve myself with stuff like that. I keep it moving. I deal with the respectful black women. I ain't got time to be dealing with no woman that's crazy and loud and obnoxious. No, KJ gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep going. That's how niggas lose their life. I'm telling you, I know. I'm gonna keep it moving. So ain't nobody better than no black woman. I don't care. See, this what they do. They'll look at some black ratchet women and then they'll say that's all black women. They'll look at women they consider thoughts and they'll say, oh, that's all black women. That's not all our sisters. Man, majority of our sisters don't even conduct themselves like that, man. Just like in every population, you're going to have ratchetness. You feel me? In every nation of people, you're going to have people that act a fool. It's no different in our nation. We got women and men that act a fool in our nation and we stay away from them. Because we don't want to be involved in none of that foolishness, man. So for all our brothers and our sisters who are walking right, who are very respectful, why y'all don't talk about those sisters? But you just want to condemn all sisters. You even condemn your brothers. Y'all done went so far and you just condemn black people as a whole. But the Mexicans can't do no wrong. The Hispanics can't do no wrong. The Native Americans can't do no wrong. But the black man and the black woman, we the worst thing God created when you listen to these camps. They don't talk to you with love and compassion. They talk down at you, dog. But when they talking to the Mexican women, they lift them up. But they talk down to you. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, man. We ain't here to talk down to our people. We here to uplift our people and encourage our people. We didn't been talked down enough. What we gonna come and do it for? Let me ask you a question. If the world already talked down to you, what we gonna come in the truth for and do the same thing that the world do? I thought I'm supposed to be a new creature and be teaching with a renewed mind. If I'm supposed to be a renewed creature and teaching with a renewed mind, why I'm talking down to my brothers and sisters? That let you know I got insecurities that I need to check in the mirror. It's something wrong with me. It ain't nothing wrong with y'all. That's why Christ say, pray that laborers may be sent into the vineyard, because the vineyard is plenty, but the laborers are few. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, and I don't mean no harm when I say this, because we got a lot of teachers in the nation. I hear so much false doctrine every day, y'all, you have no idea. It's just that I can't tackle all that false doctrine. Nobody can. There's too much false doctrine to try to destroy every single day. Man, I won't be able to do nothing. I won't even be able to take care of my kids because it's so much false doctrine. I'll be on the internet all day just trying to destroy this, tackle this, dispel this. It's so much false doctrine coming out of this awakening. It ain't even funny, y'all. I'm talking about every single day. Some of the most abominable doctrines known to man. I hear it. I just don't be saying that all the time. You know why? Because everything don't need a rebuttal. Because sometimes you got to sit back and you got to look at the people that's listening to these people and go, it's their fault too. Because you listening to it. You ain't asking no questions. You ain't giving no rebuttal. You ain't asking nobody to prove it. You just saying, amen. Teach, brother. Hallelujah. And you don't even know this man lying to you, just making up stuff to you. That's why you got to read the Bible with us so you can see that we both getting the same understanding, and you got to read for yourself. So by the time you do listen to a lesson, you can validate the lesson because you know you read the scriptures. But if you don't read the scriptures, how you going to know you're being lied to or you being told the truth? How you going to know what truth is and what a lie is? You don't read the scriptures. So we as a people have to come into this awakening with a renewed mind under the blood of Yahshua, and we have to build up Israel, not tear down Israel. Why y'all think a lot of people leaving the camps? Why y'all think a lot of people walking away from the truth? It's because there's a lot of hurt and pain. Because our people believed when they came into this awakening, it was going to be love and compassion. And they found out it's the opposite. So they thinking in their mind, what I want to be a part of that for? I could have just stayed in the Christian church. At least the Christian church going to show a little bit more love than this. One sister on Facebook, she just lost her family member. She was grieving for her family member. Guess what the Hebrew Israelite came and told that sister? You looking for sympathy. That's enough of that grieving. You need to move on now. This Israelites. She showed the messages that people were sending her, telling her that she looking for sympathy. And this girl lost her mama. She lost one of her children. And they come online and tell his sister, you looking for sympathy, you need to move on. But ask them, did they lose their child? Ask them, did they lose their mama? Ask them, did they lose their daddy? They gonna tell you my daddy and mama still alive, but they telling somebody when they get over something. And you ain't gonna whoop the woman in the head with a scripture. You don't tell nobody how to grieve, when to grieve, how long to grieve. We know what the Bible says about grieving. But when somebody loses a child, you need to keep your mouth closed, bro, if you ain't never been through that. Need to keep your mouth closed, sister, if you ain't never been through that. You don't know what that feel like to lose no child. So why are you talking to a woman that lost one? Or why are you talking to a brother that lost one? Be quiet, man. That's one thing about Israel. We don't know when to speak and we don't know when to keep our mouth closed. We always got something to say. Always trying to correct somebody. A brother just came to me earlier. 59-year-old man told me that the Nile River is the Mississippi. 59-year-old man told me the Nile River is the Mississippi River. But the last time I checked, the Nile River is in Africa where Ham at. But he said, no, it's the Mississippi. I mean, just contradicting God, right? The Nile River is the longest river in Africa. But this dude said, no, you got it wrong. It's the Mississippi River. 59 years old, y'all. And then gonna try to act like he checking me. I say, boy, this is my channel. You don't tell me what to say, when to say it. And matter of fact, if you keep talking, you won't be able to comment no more. You don't get mad at me because I don't believe what you saying. Talking about America is the promised land. Also is a part of Shem's inheritance. I ain't never read that in the scriptures. What is it? Make this make sense to your brother KJ, man. That's all I'm saying. The 12 tribe chart need to be thrown in the fire, burned in the fire, castrated in the fire. We need to get away from that chart, man. It's keeping our people in sin. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find this. That's what it was. Let me see something. Hold up. And then I'm gonna get up out of y'all hair. Because I don't want to be doing all this, talking, and I want to just make my points, get up out of y'all hair. Let me see this. Let me see if this is going to come up. Let me see if this is going to come up. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I can find the images. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, let me see. They're not showing it on here. Let me see. I was trying to find a picture of. Let me see if it's gonna come up. Hold on. I'm trying to show y'all the Passover of these camps, and I want you to see that a lot of our brothers and a lot of our sisters, who they married, excuse me, who they married to within these camps. Let me see. Okay, that's not one. If I can't find it, I ain't gonna worry about it then. But I'm just showing y'all that if y'all go look at some of these pictures with these camps, you're gonna see so many Hispanics and Mexicans. And I'm telling y'all, you're gonna see a brother with a Mexican woman, a brother with a Hispanic woman, a black woman with a Hispanic man, and they gonna have their children right there. And these camps not even telling our people they aren't supposed to be doing that. They aren't supposed to be doing that, y'all. They supposed to be getting with their own sisters and their own brothers and bringing up seed in the Lord. But because they lied to them, they having babies with everybody. Everybody. Let me see, man. This ain't coming up. Hold up. Let me see something. If y'all got any questions too, I'm gonna, see if y'all got some questions, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me see. Trying to see if it's gonna come up. Is this one right here? No, this is not one. Nope, that's not one. Man, where's them videos at, man? Look like they took their video down, boy, because everybody coming at them. They don't want nobody to see them videos. Let me hold up. Israel United in Christ. Mexicans. Let me see. They ain't coming up at all, boy. Now here it go. Look, I want y'all to hear this, and then just a little bit. I'm gonna skip it. I want y'all to hear this, and I'm gonna skip it, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get up out of here. I want y'all to hear this real quick. Now I want y'all to hear it. Now remember, y'all, you can't blame these people that's teaching because they've been brainwashed too, man. They've been brainwashed. So let's go and start right here.
What do we do in society that God would be like, hey man, you look like a donkey out there? What do we do?
They're dumb.
Huh?
They're just dumb.
No, not dumb. What do we do outside in the fields, job-wise? Do we work a lot? You think we're hard workers, or you don't think we're hard workers?
I think we are.
All right. We take the hardest jobs and we do it good, right? So God, read that again.
Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. Go ahead. And he saw that rest was good.
Now God says that Issachar, your tribe, they like to take siestas. You ever heard of a siesta? Oh, what's a siesta?
Sleep, nap.
A nap, right? Have you ever seen like at 12 o'clock, you see the Mexicans working out, and then they'll get under a tree, they'll eat their lunch, and then they take a nap, right? They get back to work after their little nap. God says that tribe of Issachar is going to be known for that. So also,
don't you? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in the world. They got a Mexican teaching on the microphone when the Bible say he gave the oracles to the nation of Israel, and we should be the witness to the nations. But they got a Mexican, a European man teaching the Bible, but then they turn around and say European can't teach the Bible. but they got a European teaching the Bible. Make it make sense, y'all. This boy just making up stuff. You know why? Because this is what he was taught. It's called regurgitation. Regurgitation, family. Let's go on a little bit more.
When you look at the statues, right? Called Battle of Issachar. Have you ever heard of that battle? No. Why not? Why do you think the white man ain't gonna let you learn that in the colleges? Because information is powerful, right? So what information on that title would you start looking up? Battle of Issachar. You'd be like, damn, Issachar sounds familiar. The Bible talks about a guy named Issachar, right? And then that's gonna get you to the point where you're gonna go in the Bible and give me Job 8:8 real quick. Job 8:8. Bring it up. Watch what it says in Job 8:8. Now the Bible is your history book. The Bible is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American history book. Watch this.
There is no scripture that ever say that the Bible is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American book. The Bible is Black history only. Do y'all understand that Issachar is Issachar is on the continent of Africa? Let me say this again. Issachar is on the continent of Africa with Manasseh, with Asher, with Simeon. They are on the continent, family. With Ephraim. This boy don't come from no Issachar, y'all. Do y'all see what regurgitation would get you? If one of them came and hit my link, the Bible would destroy their false doctrine. Because I'm going to go straight to Guadalupe Hidalgo, 1848. 44 years removed from the time that they say slavery ended for us. They was already free. And where they get all that land from to be owning Wyoming, Texas, New Mexico, California? Make it make sense, man. I thought we was supposed to be the tail and not the head, family. How they get to control all that land? Where your land at? Because if they was free, you should be free. And if they have all that land, that means you should have all that land too, right? But you don't. How they get to control all that land? And they was controlling all that land for a long time. This ain't something that just happened. The point I'm making, y'all, is that this is what regurgitation will get you. They have a Mexican on the microphone teaching another Hispanic or Mexican a lie. A lie. A lie, family. This is a lie. Nobody can defend this 12-tribe chart. And if they try to, they're going to go try to get books talking about what this white man said, that he believed that the Native Americans was Israelite. Y'all heard what he just say? He believed they was. He ain't got no facts they was. Somebody always telling you what they believe. Now give me the facts, man. What the facts say? What you believe don't mean nothing, man. What can you prove? What can you provide? Let's get out of here, man. This ridiculous. This boy talking about Issachar. They take naps. Now, what prophecy in the Bible say Issachar gonna take naps? Come on, donkey from Shrek with them big old teeth, boy. Stop them lies.
That's why they always say don't mix religion with school, right? Or with science. They always try to do that BS because this book destroys science. This book destroys the American lies that they give us in the college institutions. All right, watch this.
Look at Job chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
God says he tells us to pray and for you to inquire of the former age.
I get offended if that Mexican told me, man, read loud. I get offended. Boy, you a Mexican. Boy, you don't talk to me. See, everybody wants you, because you're in captivity, they want you to diminish yourself. So they don't want you to be bold as a lion and speak up when you need to speak up. Man, I wish I would let a Mexican tell me read loud. Boy, I wish a Mexican would come up to me talking about, hey, you know you're an Israelite. I'll look at that boy and say, and you not. What you talking about? And you not. And I can prove it. Don't be running up on me talking about I'm an Israelite and you not. Man, I don't want your paper, man. Watch out, man. You ain't no Israelite. Trying to hand me something to an Israelite. It's like you trying to educate me. Boy, you don't go sit down in the corner, boy. I get offended when one of them come up to me talking about, you know you're an Israelite. And you not. Let's get out of here, man. Do y'all got any questions before y'all brother go? Any questions y'all have? I just wanted to come and show y'all that, give you a little timeline of how Mexicans was in possession of a lot of things. And they had to secede like 55% of it. And they also had to classify themselves as white. And in order to do that, don't you have to fit the part? Don't you have to already look white to classify as white? But they want y'all to believe these Issachar. Come on, man. Make it make sense, man. These people are European, Spanish-speaking people. That's all they are, family. European, Caucasian, Spanish-speaking people. They can try to lie to y'all all day and say, I'm not no European. You are a European, bro. You just speak Spanish. You're a European, bro. So if nobody don't have no questions, I love y'all. I just wanted to come in, shine a little light on, you know, the Mexican people. And like I say, I don't got nothing against them. They got a right to enjoy their culture, their heritage, their language. But you ain't finna be sliding over here, putting your hand on what belongs to us. And you ain't finna be educating me on nothing. Every last one of y'all in this chat box, you can educate me. Because y'all my people. I don't need nobody else to try to slide in and act like they feeding me something that don't belong to them. I wouldn't listen to no Mexican here, no Hispanic on the street corner trying to teach me the Bible. Come on now. Come on now. I listen to Israel teach me the Bible. Now, can you learn something? Like when somebody speaking some truth and some historical facts, but for you to try to act like you just teaching me, man, you got me messed up, bro. I ain't listening to you. I'm listening to my brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. That's why I be telling y'all, people don't come over here and not hit the link because K. Judah a big bad wolf. No, it's because the spirit that the Most High have put upon brothers like me, like Elder Bro Tim, like Elder Barrel Rock, like my brother Timothy Jacobs, big boy Jake. Guess what? Because we are accurate with the information, that scare other men to not come over here and challenge us, because in their mind, they're going to embarrass themselves because of the understanding Yah has presented to us, because we did our due diligence. We studied the book. So that they're not hitting the link because it's something great about us. They don't hit the link because they don't want to get embarrassed, because they don't know what they be saying, family. Majority of the people that come up against us don't have no understanding. I'm not lying to y'all. Majority of the people that fight against us, they have no understanding. That's why when we say, well, we can have a sit down, you can come hit the link. Now, I don't want to talk to you. So why are you talking to me then? I don't want to hit your link. So why are you trying to educate me in the comment section when you could just hit the link and educate me? If you know, because it's one thing to write a comment. It's another thing to be challenged when I'm sitting right on side of your behind, boy. It's one thing to be writing a comment. It's another thing when I'm sitting right on side of you, asking you to prove what you're saying. So like I said before, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I love y'all with the pure heart. I'm finna go and slide up out of here. Watch me a little TV. You know, watch one of my favorite crime shows. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Happy feast. Shabbat Shalom to the mighty nation of Israel. Y'all saw the pictures, you saw the videos of who the true descendants of Israel are. And it's our brothers and sisters when you put the afro in front of it. And we have to put the afro in front because these are the ones going through what we going through. Not your white Europeans, not your white Hispanics, not your white European Native Americans. I'm talking about my brothers and sisters. Okay, somebody got a question. Let me see. Let me go up. Okay, hold on, family. excuse me, family. Leah, Judah and Issachar got the same mama, which is Leah. I see your question right here. Now I want you to ask yourself, how do Judah and Issachar got the same mama, but Issachar is European and Judah is melanated? They got the same mama, y'all. Y'all know that Leah had more children than Rachel. Leah also had Levi, Issachar, Judah. So Leah had the king and the priest, the priestly line and the kingship line. But Issachar come from Leah. But Judah is black and Issachar is white. Make it make sense, man. Make that make sense. Issachar mama is Leah. Judah mama is Leah. Issachar is European and Judah is very melanated. Different shades of ruddy. And they gonna tell y'all that Issachar, which is Mexicans, come from Leah. Leah is his mama, being a European Mexican. Come on now. Why he don't look like Judah? They got the same mama. And how do a whole tribe of people turn to a European Caucasian race? Why Judah didn't turn into a European Caucasian race? Because Judah, the Most High preserved through that line, the Hamashiach. And through today, 2026, we are still preserved as a people, like Levi, like Benjamin, like Issachar, like Simeon, like Naphtali, like Asher, like Dan, like Ephraim and Manasseh. We are preserved as a people, family. So there y'all go, family. I just, wanted to shine some light. These brothers is not going to come over here and hit the link, because sometimes it is good to challenge these brothers if they were willing to hit the link, because they can't keep teaching these lies, man. And it's too many lies to destroy. I'm telling you, it's too many. Just like reincarnation. They lying, telling our people that some of them have come back as King David. Now, why would King David want to come back into this world that we live in when this man was a king? And one of y'all are King David reading scriptures for another man when this man was a king? Make it make sense, man. And some of y'all Elijah. How you Elijah when Elijah never died? What spirit? You talking about Elijah then reincarnated into one of y'all and Elijah never died? I thought you got to die to be reincarnated. Make it make sense, man. Reincarnation is a false doctrine, y'all. There is no such thing as reincarnation in the Bible, and you got men teaching that we come back reincarnated. And I'm telling you, it's nowhere in the Bible, y'all. You got men already putting themselves in the kingdom and what they're going to be doing up in the kingdom, and don't none of us know if we're going to be in the kingdom or not. We pushing and giving a good effort to be in the kingdom. We got to endure until the end to be in the kingdom. And boy, a lot of y'all spirits and the evilness and the hate that y'all have, I don't know how you think you're going to be in the kingdom with that heart y'all got. So how you going to put yourself in the kingdom? Y'all don't got no humbleness in y'all, dog. You just arrogant. Oh yeah, when we get into the kingdom, I never say nothing like that. Guess what I always say? If I be so blessed to make it in the kingdom, if I be so blessed for my name to be written in the book, if I be so blessed to stand before y'all and hear job well done, I got to endure unto the end, man. That's being humble before y'all and y'all sure. All y'all got to do is go on YouTube and listen to some of these doctrines, and you're going to shake your head. You're going to be like, oh my God, how do people listening to this? Ain't nobody asking no questions. They're not challenging this person. They just believe in everything this person say. This person is lying to these people. And people going to just go, amen, brother. Great lesson, brother. Thank you, brother. This was awesome, brother. And I just be shaking my head like, man, y'all ain't reading for y'allself, dog. Because if y'all was, you'll see the same thing I see. This man just gave y'all a whole bunch of lies. They say that Christ was cursing in the Bible. They say words like viper and other words he used, you fox. They say those was curse words. Even though the Bible said not even Gaia was found in his mouth, but they lying saying Christ was cursing in the Bible. Y'all have no idea the doctrines and the stuff these men say, man. Christ wasn't using no foul language, man. Come on now. I'm out, family. Can you do a video about the Monique tribe in Thailand? I got you, Michael. Brother Michael, I got you. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'll bring it forth for you, brother. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I got you. Matter of fact, let me put that name in right now. M-A-N-I-Q. Okay, hold on. I got you right now. Let me see. M-A-N-I-Q. Tribe in Thailand. Hold on, family. I'm doing this for my brother. A matter of fact, I'm going to do it anyway for my brother, but I just want y'all to hear what it say. Hold on. Watch this. The Monique tribe in Thailand. Okay, let me see. Let me go to perplexity. Hold on. I just want to ask. Can I ask you a question?
Of course. Go ahead.
Who is the Monique tribe of Thailand?
The Monique are a small indigenous tribe in southern Thailand with fewer than 500 people. They're one of the last hunter-gatherer societies in Asia, part of the Negrito lineage, and have lived in the tropical forests for thousands of years. They maintain animistic spiritual beliefs, speak their own language, and face challenges with land rights and modern development.
What is Negrito?
Negrito refers to groups of dark-skinned, small-statured peoples found in parts of Southeast Asia and the Andaman Islands. The term was originally used by Spanish explorers and simply describes these indigenous groups, known for their unique physical traits and ancient hunter-gatherer traditions.
Y'all see that? The indigenous people is still on this earth, family. Don't let nobody lie to y'all and tell y'all that the indigenous people just got wiped off the face of the earth. If you go to each land on this planet earth, I guarantee you're going to find indigenous people there. Did y'all know? Watch this right here.
It's true that many indigenous communities still exist around the world, each with their own unique cultures and histories. If you have something specific you'd like to share or explore, I'm here to help.
I want you to tell me about the black population in Persia.
Iran has a small but enduring black population known as Afro-Iranians.
Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear that? Now you understand why the Iranians don't have a problem with you black Americans. Because in the time of Hazarius, in the time of Esther, he was ruling in 126 provinces. And guess what? Our people been in Persia for a long time, family. Knowledge.
There's definitely a long, complex history of diverse communities living in Persia. If you want more details or context about that history, just let me know.
You say they Afro-Iranians, right? I want you to tell me about the Afro people that live in India. Tell me about them too.
The Afro-descendant community in India is known as the cede, with around 150,000 members mainly in Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Goa. They trace their roots to East and Southeast African migrants and slaves who arrived.
Hello, did you just say the East?
I mentioned that Afro-Indians known as cede trace their roots to East and Southeast Africa. They've lived in parts of India for centuries, mainly in Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh.
What about the the people from Jericho? They Afro Jerichoans. Talk to me about them.
There is a small Afro-Palestinian community in Jericho, descended from Africans who came during the era of the
No, man. You was doing good. Stop it. I hate when y'all do that. I hate when y'all, I'm glad I did my video earlier. I showed y'all, family, that Noah's sons is Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right? I showed y'all the line of Noah, son Shem. I showed you the line of Noah's son Ham. And guess what, y'all? We do not descend from Ham. We descend from Shem. So stop calling yourself an African, please, because this Perplexity app, if you don't do your own due diligence, they're going to say anything. That's why I always say, isn't it true? Because I didn't already did my due diligence to say, isn't it true? Then once I ask the question, he has to tell the truth because I already know the truth. Now watch this right here. Excuse me, sir. No. I'm in charge. Listen to me. Are you ready?
I'm listening. If you need information on any topic.
No. Just slow down. Slow down. Okay, listen.
I'm listening. Feel free to share what you have in mind.
Why do you keep calling Black Americans African?
I'm here to provide information, not to assign labels.
Why do you keep calling the people in the East, like the Afro-Iranians or the Afro-Jerichoans, why you say African? I just want to know why you keep saying labeling everybody as an African.
I use the term African for Afro-descendant groups because their ancestry traces back to Africa.
So what about those whose ancestry trace back to the Levant?
People whose ancestry traces back to the Levant are typically referred to as Levantine or Middle Eastern, reflecting the region they come from.
So do some Hebrew Israelite of melanated complexion come from the Levant?
Yes, people of many different complexions can have ancestry from the Levant, including those who identify as Hebrew Israelites.
But they're not African though, they Hebrew Israelites.
I understand you see it differently, but historically, people from the Levant have diverse ancestry, and some communities are indeed connected to the broader African continent.
Let me ask you, man, do the children of Shem, isn't it true that the children of Shem don't come from the line of Ham?
In the biblical tradition, the children of Shem and the children of Ham are described as separate lineages.
Okay, then, there you go. So stop saying we African. We are Shemitic. We are not Hamitic.
I hear your perspective, and I respect that people identify in different ways. Historically, the terms Semitic and Hamitic come from ancient classifications, but modern identities are more complex. If you're feeling strongly about this...
There y'all go, family. He just gave it to y'all. Y'all heard that? He say modern interpretation. So these are labels that man came up with. These are not labels that y'all put up on the people when he said Shemitic, Hamitic, Japhetic. It went by tribe, the land, and the culture or the language that you spoke. It wasn't about skin color or classes or race. God never dealt with that, family. We deal with that today. So when I'm telling y'all you're not an African, you do not descend from Ham. So if you calling yourself an African, you're going to confuse your brothers and sisters because they're going to say, hold on, man, I thought we come from Shem. Why he calling me an African Hebrew Israelite? That's confusion, family. Just call a person a Hebrew Israelite that descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through Shem, through Eber. That's our lineage, family. I am not an African Hebrew Israelite. I am a Hebrew Israelite, not an African Hebrew Israelite. That caused confusion. So now you can see why the president of Ghana, when he came over here, what did he say? I'm speaking on behalf of Africa. Yes, African. That don't include you, but they're going to lie and say that include all the people of the diaspora. No, it don't, family. They know you're not African. Africans know you're not African. They know you are not the same as them. That's why they call you a kata. They don't call themselves a kata. They call you a kata. That is a cotton picker. That's all I'm saying, family. So let's stop labeling ourselves with these modern terms like Africa. We're not African. We're not African. We are the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who Yah gave the name of Israel. He called us Israelites. He never called us African Israelites. So I'm not going to call myself that because Yah didn't put that term on me. He put the Israelite term on me. And we come from different tribes, which is 12 tribes of Israel. Why we can't just teach our people what Yah say? Why are we trying to use modern terms to identify our people based on geography and land mass where they scattered at? That's what a lot of your teachers do. They'll say you are African. And if you're not African, you're not an Israelite. Don't you know how stupid that song? That if I'm not an African, I'm not an Israelite. When I don't descend from Ham, which is the Africans, make it make sense to KJ, man.
I respect.
Oh, no, I'm not talking to you, sir. I'm talking to my brothers and sisters. Peace to the Middle East. I got off of him, y'all. I stopped it. Because he was about to just start saying anything. So I got off of him. So that's all I wanted to tell y'all, family. That's all I wanted to say. And then Ghana then turned on Burkina Faso. He turning on his own brothers over there. Look how wicked he is. Then made a deal and a pact with the UN. Come on now. Did y'all know that Ghana was a major hub for the slave trade? Selling over 2 million? And they got the audacity to be asking for reparation when they was one of the major ports for the slave trade? Come on, Ghana. How you gonna do such a thing? And that's why God flooded y'all with water over there, because God saw your wickedness and then what you tried to do off the backs of his people coming over here, cards playing and lying, and God then flooded Ghana. He don't play about his people, man. Next time, don't come over here lying. Going to our ancestors' grave site like you paying homage. Boy, y'all think we stupid, huh? And then Reverend Al Sharpton with the perm, who ain't nothing but a little built worm, he gonna come over here and try to act like he down with them. Look at Reverend Al Sharpton. Man been having the perm since 42. You think we can trust him? Man got a perm, y'all. Don't nobody perm they have no more. We don't trust him. He's an informant. Al Sharpton been an informant, family. He worked for the government. And he gonna somebody, I came here with Martin Luther King over 30-something years ago. Nigga, get another hairdo. Your clothes don't even fit you no more. And you got a bobblehead, nigga. Your head just moving. That's why you can't think straight. Your head moving. Get it together, boy. All right, y'all. That's it for me, man. But look, I'm going to keep my fire burning. I'm just like Jeremiah. You know, sometimes you get weary in the spirit. Sometimes you don't even feel like doing this. But the word is burning in my soul, and I cannot stop talking. I cannot stop encouraging y'all. I would never stop loving y'all. I would never stop hitting this live button to come and chop it up with my family. Because guess what? God have put a word in my mouth, and I got something to say according to the scriptures, and I could just give good life experiences and some encouragement, you know, based on my own life experiences. You know, based on your life experience, just based on things I didn't see, family. Because a good conversationalist can talk to the people, and I don't need nothing in front of me. Because I always see that this is true. Because I grew up around older people like my uncles, my aunties, and I always sit in the midst of grown folk conversation, that also helped me in my delivery when I'm talking, to where I can articulate myself where people can understand where I'm coming from. My 9-year-old daughter, her brother and sister is older than her. If you hear my 9-year-old daughter conversation, it is true. Her conversation is not the conversation of a 9-year-old, because she sit in the midst of grown people conversation, and the way we talk is rubbing off on her. So she say some things, sometimes I be like, what? Because it sounds like a grown person talking. So I say that to say this. I thank Yah for what he had put in me, Elder Bro Tim, Elder Beryl Walk, Big Boy Jake, all the rest of the teachers on the internet, whether they be my sisters or my brothers. They doing a hell of a job, a great job. Many great teachers in the nation of Israel, and then we got a lot of false teachers in the nation of Israel. And you just have to understand who's teaching truth, who's teaching lies. Because nobody want to sit under a teacher that's nasty. He's hateful. He don't teach with love. He have no compassion. And he cause problems. Nobody want to be around that. Nobody. Nobody, fam. So just be cautious who you listen to, who you give your ear to, and what doctrine you allow to enter into your mind. I love y'all with the pure heart. I say thank y'all for y'all participation. Thank y'all for rocking with your brother KJ. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Salute, family.
Yeah, woke up breathing, that's your kindness. Coffee steaming, brand new brightness. Bills and burdens, still you hold me. Mercy meeting me each morning. Praise ya, every heartbeat. Praise ya, with the breath in my lungs, from the valley to the high seas. You're the strength in my tongue. Hallelujah in the hard nights. Hallelujah in the sun. Ooh, praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. You are the only one. Phone keeps buzzing, world keeps shouting, but your whisper cuts through doubting. In my failure, you stay steady. Love like thunder, always ready. Praise ya, every heartbeat. Oh yeah, praise ya, with the breath in my lungs, from the valley to the high sea. Oh, you're the strength in my tongue. Ooh, hallelujah in the hard nights. Hey, hallelujah in the sun. Ooh, praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. You are the only one. When I don't feel it, you're still worthy. Oh yeah, when I don't see it, you're still good. Yeah, hands up empty, yet you fill me. Turn my worry into worship. Every heartbeat, praise ya, with the breath in my lungs, from the valley to the high sea. Ooh, you're the strength in my tongue. Oh, hallelujah in the hard nights. Hallelujah in the sun. Praise ya, praise ya, praise ya. You are the only one.
To the mighty nation of Israel, the apple of Yah's eye, our beloved King Yahshua. Family, thank you for rocking with your brother K. Judah, rocking with the truth. Thank you for the fellowship that we have with one another. Because let me tell y'all something. I get a lot of comments and emails. People love the way the spirit is moving from Elder Bro Tim platform to my platform to Elder Bear Watt platform. When we get together, we enjoy each other's company. There's no problems. There's no drama. We're not going at each other's throat. We just having a good fellowship and a good time with one another. And that's the way it's supposed to be in Israel. Before I go, did you know if I'm not a part of that camp, that person can associate with me as their brother? Did you know if they see you in the store, they not going to speak to you based on your clothes? If they don't see fringes, you not an Israelite. If they don't see fringes, you're not keeping the commandments. If they don't see fringes, you don't know the Lord. Do y'all hear how stupid it is in this awakening for you to be in the midst of other Israelites and y'all can't even talk to each other when you see each other based off the interpretation of another man's mind? What is this? What have this awakening become? I want to be able to see and talk to all my Israelite brothers and my sisters, and I can't do it. You know why? Because they was told and taught, do not associate with other Israelites who are not in our camps. So if you want to know the problem with this awakening, look at YouTube, listen to the doctrine, and look how they tell their members not to deal with you, not to befriend you on faith. I don't have no Israelite friends on Facebook in the Israel United in Christ organization. You know why? I don't care, but y'all see what I'm saying? Because they are told not to associate with anybody outside of their camp. That is a cult. That's a cult, family. ISUPK said they got all the truth and nobody else got the truth. Okay, come hit my link and let's see if you got the truth. You say nobody else got it, right? And you told me too. If I don't have on fringes, I'm not keeping the commandments. Okay, come hit my link and you make sure you have your fringes on, and we're going to have a sword swinging contest. And let's go into the Bible and see, based on your fringes, you should know more than me. Based on your fringes, you should be able to give all the breakdowns in the Bible, and I should not be able to do nothing against you. You see what I'm saying? You see how dumb y'all sound? But that's where we at, family. This is where we at in this awakening. So guess what? We don't need them to fellowship with us, because from Elder Bro Tim platform to Elder Barrel Walk platform to this platform, we got a great amount of people and we all fellowship with each other in love. So we only want to be around people that's showing love and compassion on one another. We don't want to be around your hate. We don't want to be around your disrespect. We don't want to be around your lack of compassion and love. So keep it moving from us, because a little leaven leavened the whole lump. So I thank y'all and I love y'all. Let's get it. In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with your brother Caden Judah, the CUC family. Big salute to Shaw Sham, Elder Barrel Walk, Elder Bro Tim, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat, the mighty nation of Israel. Let's get it. Yahuwah's child, the second bro is Elder Bro Tim. If you just put in Bro Tim Stevens, his channel will come up. And the other one was Elder Barrel Walk, and his channel is called the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Faith, and his channel will come up. And Shorsham, the name of their channel is called FOPE Israelites. So these are the elders. Well, Shorsham and me and him not an elder. We young. I'm only 45. Sham, I think Sham like 42, 43. But our elders, they be handling business. Elder Bro Tim, Elder Barrel Walk. Sham, he cold with it too. Big boy Jake cold with it too. So Elder Bro Tim, Elder Barrel Walk. I thank y'all. I love y'all. Shalom to the family. Until I see you again. Big salute. Yes, the Cash App say, no. I'm sorry. The Cash App say K-Dog F. KDOGGF. K-Dog F. I think it's 1G. I think it's, KDOGF. But I thank y'all for all y'all support, all the love, the Cash Apps. I just love y'all. I thank y'all. Thank y'all for rocking for the truth. It's all about the truth, y'all. It's all about Yahshua and the Most High. And we is showing that to our people. How to behave, how to treat one another, how to respect one another. Shalom, family. Mighty nation of Israel. Salute.